Hey guys, today I'm going to go over the exact step-by-step processes when it comes to buying a home. And I'm really excited to tell you all about this, and hopefully you find it helpful. And don't forget to reach out to me if you ever have any questions about home buying or selling. So the first thing that you are going to do when you are purchasing a home is you're going to meet with a realtor. When you meet with a realtor, we're going to do a thing called a buyer consultation. This is where we are going to get together either in person or on Zoom and talk about what you need in a home and all your wants and desires, and figure out why those things are important to you so that we can be the best realtor for you and make sure that we find you the perfect home. The next step that we are going to do is recommend that you talk to a lender, and depending on your financial situation, a certain lender may be better for you than others. So we want to make sure that we're pairing you up with the right one so that you can have the best success when getting pre-approved. When you do meet with this lender, they're going to gather all of your financial information and be able to give you a pre-approval letter. This is going to be the maximum amount that you are allowed to borrow when you're purchasing a home. Once we have that pre-approval letter, we'll be able to submit it as a packet with our offer to potential sellers so that they can see that you are a very qualified buyer and that they're not going to be wasting their time with us and that we're serious. Once we get to the step of submitting an offer, we're going to go through the entire purchase contract, which I will do in another video, and make sure that we're writing and crafting the perfect offer for you and for this seller so that ours wins. In today's market, it's very competitive, so it's important that we make the best offer that we can right out of the gate and secure that property for you. Once our offer is accepted, the next step is going to be to write an earnest money deposit check. This deposit is going to go with our title company to ensure that we fulfill our obligation to the seller per the purchase contract that we just signed. The next step that we are going to do is we're going to schedule an inspection. I always recommend to my buyers that we get an inspection done on a property. Unless you're very savvy with carpentry skills and rebuilding a home, an inspection, in my opinion, is very, very important and very necessary. What this inspector is going to do is they're going to go through your home top to bottom to make sure that any problems are pointed out to you, and they're going to detail it in a very colorful report. It's going to have photographs in it, and then it explains everything that's wrong with the property. Though we are not going to ask for everything to be fixed, we do want to know everything that is wrong. When we receive the report, we're going to draft what we call a defect notice. This is going to be any defects with the home that relate to health or safety issues that we want to ask the seller to fix. These can be mold, a roof leak, plumbing issues, a foundation issue, something really important that needs to be corrected. What we don't want to do is create a laundry list of little items that will irritate the seller and wish that they had picked a different buyer. We want to make sure that we are being fair, but that we're also asking for things that the home does in fact need corrected. Once we have negotiated all of the repairs that the seller is going to make, the next step is going to be your appraisal. During the appraisal process, an appraiser will come out to the property, they will photograph it, and they will return to us a value. That value isn't necessarily going to be the price that we negotiated to pay for the property. For example, if we paid $200,000 for the property and the appraisal returns at $190,000, the next step that we're going to want to take is to present that appraisal to the seller and the seller's agent to show them the property is only worth $190,000, and that's all that our bank is going to lend to us. Usually, 9 times out of 10, the seller will agree to come down to our appraised value, though they do not have to, and I want to make that perfectly clear. Other scenarios could be that the property comes back with an appraised value at our purchase price, and in which case we will just move forward as the property has appraised for what we have paid for it. The other scenario is that it could come back, for example, at $210,000. That means that we have gotten a great deal and we've paid under the appraised value of the property, and you'll be able to close with an instant $10,000 in equity. Once the appraisal has concluded, the next step is closing, and this part's really exciting because now you finally get to get the keys and move into your new home. What we'll all do is we'll sit down at a table together, the buyers and the sellers and their agents and lenders, and you will be able to sign all of the purchase documents for the property. These are going to be documents for mortgages, for deeds, for escrow accounts, and so many other things. Once you have finished signing all the closing documents, the home is officially yours, and the seller will hand you the keys and you can move in that day even if you want to. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you ever have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you, and I'm looking forward to working with you. Thanks. See ya.